My name is Duncan and I've come to Shakti Nilayam from Australia on a very short trip. I came here to see Sri Sai Maharaj, primarily to talk about spiritual matters. But in the background I've got a cancer diagnosis lurking. And that was the primary reason actually that I came. I arrived from Australia and on instruction from the Guru I went directly to Prashanti Nilayam, the ashram of Sri Sai Baba. And the reason I was going there was to get rid of the negative energy I was bringing from the West. So I was there for a few days and then I got a call from Shakti Nilayam to come for an interview. So I ended up the next day driving to Shakti Nilayam and had an interview. I arrived at the ashram and was welcomed by Sri Sai Maharaj himself, very graciously, very warmly, almost like I was coming to family. It was quite amazing, I couldn't believe it. And we sat down and we chatted for a while about my background and my medical history, which was cancer, blood and bone cancer, which I'd had since 2015. And I'd had various treatments and chemo, and I'd just come off a very intensive chemo program, and I was taking this 10-day gap before a radiotherapy program started. I explained all this to Sri Sai, and he said, okay, so what is it you've come to ask me? And I said, well, I've got spiritual questions and I've got health questions. And he said, stop. You've got health questions. We'll deal with the health. The spiritual questions can come later. So health first. And so he started on an education for me about the Ayurveda and the Ayurvedic treatment he was going to recommend, which he did recommend, and proceeded to set that in motion. He ordered the treatment and it arrived later that afternoon, and that was that. But in the interim, while we were talking, he stood up at one stage and he said to me, where does vibhuti come from? And I thought, vibhuti? I'd known vibhuti from Sri Sai Baba, but I just said to him, Sri Sai, I have no idea where vibhuti comes from. And he just smiled. He said, stand up, stand up. I stood up and he indicated for me to put my hand out. And then he started doing the thing that Sai Baba used to do, waving his hand. And the vibhuti was dropping into my hand in a large amount. And subsequently we took that and put it in a piece of paper and he packaged it up for me very neatly. So gracious, so wonderful. And then we sat down and then he started doing this with his hands, twirling his hand around. And he manifested a Rudraksha bead. This bead here that I've got here is what he manifested for me out of nowhere. And obviously I was quite astounded, and he proceeded to have that threaded up with a piece of cord and he tied it around my neck. And he said this stays on until the negativity has come out. And this was the idea of the Ayurvedic treatment, was a physical treatment and a detox, but it was also a mental, emotional detox. It was on a lot of levels. And so that happened through the day. So I left that afternoon back to Prashanti. for a couple of days, and then I got a call to come back on the Thursday, which I did. I came back and I stayed in the Shakti Nilayam ashram, and with the Sri Sai Maharaj and his team. It was a wonderful time, totally unexpected, accepted like family. It was a wonderful time. And we went on, and we would sit in darshan, and Sri Sai would instruct me on food and eating. We would have food prepared, or he would prepare it himself for myself and the others at times. Now, this was all very, very unexpected, and so loving, so loving. What more can I say? And this went on until today. I'm leaving here today, this evening, and it's actually Sri Sai Maharaj's birthday today, which is also wonderful. We all woke up to get this morning together. We'd all slept on the roof or up in the terrace on top of the main building here, and because of the heat at night. And so he left and he's gone, and I'm leaving this evening. So I hope this is helpful to some of you. Sri Sai is very positive about the outcome of the treatment, which I've got to continue. I'm taking the potions and that with me, and he's very, very positive that the outcome will be good. Yeah, so
Sai Ram.